I open the closet door, my heart racing with excitement. Today, I'm supposed to try on my grandmother's wedding dress one last time before the big day. My fingers reach for the garment bag hanging in the back corner, but they touch nothing but empty air. I blink, confused. I push aside my winter coats, my old jackets, everything. Nothing. The dress is gone. My stomach drops like a stone. I check every corner of the closet, pulling out boxes and bags, throwing things onto the floor. Where is it? Then I see it, a crumpled piece of notebook paper lying on the closet floor. I pick it up with shaking hands. The handwriting is unmistakable. Vanessa's. Mine is more important. Don't bother showing up. I read it 3 times, each word burning into my brain like hot metal. My sister took my dress. My grandmother's dress. The one thing that meant everything to me. I can't breathe. My phone buzzes in my pocket, making me jump. I pull out my phone, still staring at the note. Mom's name flashes on the screen. My hands tremble as I answer. Emma, sweetie, did Vanessa tell you yet? Mom's voice sounds tight, nervous. Tell me what? That she stole my wedding dress? That she threw away something irreplaceable? Mom, what's going on? My voice cracks. There's a pause. She needed space in her apartment. She donated some old things to charity. I'm sure she didn't mean she took Grandma's dress, I interrupt, my voice barely a whisper. Another pause, longer this time. Oh, honey. I'm sure it was an accident. You know how stressed she's been about her own wedding. Accident? The note said it was on purpose. My chest feels tight, like someone's sitting on it. I pace the living room, unable to stay still. My fiancé, Derek, walks in and sees my face. What's wrong? I can't even answer him. I just hand him the note. His face goes pale as he reads it. Derek wraps his arms around me, but I'm too numb to cry. I just stand there, staring at the wall, trying to understand how my own sister could do this. That dress wasn't just fabric and lace. It was my grandmother's legacy, passed down through 3 generations. I was supposed to be the 4th. Now it's gone, thrown away like garbage because Vanessa decided her wedding was more important. Derek's phone buzzes, then mine. We both look down. It's a delivery notification, something was left at our front door. We weren't expecting anything. Derek walks to the door and comes back holding a cream-colored envelope. No return address. No stamp. Just my name written in elegant handwriting I don't recognize. I tear it open with shaking fingers. Inside is a photograph, old, slightly faded. It's my grandmother on her wedding day, wearing the dress. The same dress that's now gone. But there's something else. A note, typed on thick paper, it's not too late. Look closer. I flip the photo over. Nothing. What does that even mean? I walk to the window, still holding the photograph. That's when I see it, a delivery truck parked across the street. Not a normal delivery truck from Amazon or FedEx. This one is plain white, no logo. And the driver is just sitting there, watching our house. My skin prickles with unease. Derek, look, I whisper, pointing. He peers through the curtain. That's weird. How long has he been there? I shake my head. I don't know. The driver seems to notice us watching and slowly drives away. My heart pounds. What is happening? I grab my phone and call the boutique where Vanessa said she donated the dress. A cheerful voice answers. Hello, Harmony Bridal, how can I help you? I explain the situation, trying to keep my voice steady. There's clicking on the other end as she searches the system. Yes, we received a donation yesterday. A vintage wedding gown. Unfortunately, it's already been sold to a local charity shop. My heart sinks. Which one? She gives me the address. I hang up and look at Derek. We need to go. Now. We drive across town in tense silence. When we reach the charity shop, I practically run inside. The bell above the door jingles cheerfully, mocking my panic. An elderly woman looks up from behind the counter. "Can I help you, dear?" I explain everything in a rush, my grandmother's dress, my sister's betrayal, the donation. She listens patiently, then shakes her head sadly. "I'm so sorry, honey. That dress was purchased this morning. Beautiful piece, vintage lace. The woman who bought it said it was exactly what she'd been looking for." I feel tears burning my eyes. "Do you have her information?" "Maybe I could, I'm afraid we don't keep customer records for privacy reasons." I walk back to the car feeling hollow. Derek squeezes my hand, but it doesn't help. When we get home, I collapse on the couch and finally let myself cry. Hours later, when my tears have dried, I scroll through Instagram. And there it is. Vanessa's latest post. Her in a boutique, surrounded by bridesmaids, champagne glasses raised. The caption reads, "Perfect day with perfect people planning the perfect wedding." I stare at the post, feeling anger replace sadness. She's acting like nothing happened. Like she didn't just destroy something precious to me. I'm about to close the app when a new message notification pops up. It's from an account I don't recognize, no profile picture, username, just a string of random letters and numbers. I open it. "You deserve better than revenge. Let me help." My pulse quickens. "Who is this?" I type back, "Who are you?" 3 dots appear immediately, like they were waiting for my response. "An old friend of the family. Someone who knew your grandmother. Meet me tomorrow at Rosewood Cafe, 2 p.m. Come alone." I show Derek the message. He frowns. This could be dangerous. You don't know who this person is. But what if they can help? What if they know something about the dress?" He sighs, running his hand through his hair. "Then I'm coming with you. I'll wait outside, but I'm not letting you meet some stranger alone." I nod. It's fair. That night, I barely sleep, wondering who this mysterious person could be. The next day, I arrive at Rosewood Cafe 5 minutes early. It's a small, cozy place with brick walls and mismatched furniture. I order a tea I don't drink and sit at a corner table, watching the door. At exactly 2 o'clock, a woman walks in. She's maybe in her 60s, with silver hair pulled back in a neat bun and kind eyes behind wire-rimmed glasses. She spots me immediately and walks over. "Emma," she asks gently. I nod, suddenly nervous. She sits down across from me. "My name is Margaret Porter. I was your grandmother's best friend." My eyes widen. I've heard that name before, in old family stories. "You knew Grandma Rose?" She smiles warmly. "I was her maid of honor. I helped her into that dress on her wedding day." My throat tightens. "Then you know what it meant to me." I do. And I know what Vanessa did. She reaches into her purse and pulls out a folder. "Your sister made a mistake, Emma. But you don't have to let her win." Margaret slides the folder across the table. Inside are photographs, documents, and what looks like a receipt. "What is this?" I ask, confused. "Insurance," she says simply. "After your grandmother passed, I kept detailed records of that dress, photographs from every angle, measurements, the specific lace pattern, even the original seamstress's notes. I always hoped it would stay in the family." I flip through the pages, amazed. "Why are you helping me?" She reaches across and gently touches my hand. "Because your grandmother would have wanted me to. And because I've watched Vanessa grow up. She's always been competitive with you, always needed to be the center of attention. This was too far." I feel tears prick my eyes again, but this time they're different. Hope, maybe. What do I do with this? Margaret leans back, a small smile on her lips. "There's a seamstress I know. One of the best. With these documents, she can recreate the dress perfectly. It won't be the original, but it will honor your grandmother's memory. I stare at her. Why would you do this for me? Margaret's expression softens. Because kindness matters, Emma. Your grandmother taught me that. She wouldn't want you to seek revenge, but she would want you to stand up for yourself with grace. She writes down an address on a napkin and slides it to me. Go see Helen. Tell her I sent you. She's expecting you. I take the napkin with trembling hands. Thank you. I don't know how to repay you. Just live well. That's payment enough. She stands to leave, then pauses. One more thing. Your sister's perfect life? It's not as stable as she pretends. Sometimes the universe has a way of balancing things out. With that cryptic statement, she walks away, leaving me sitting there with a folder full of hope. That evening, Derek and I visit Helen's shop. It's tucked away on a quiet street, easy to miss. Inside, rolls of fabric line the walls, and a dress form stands in the corner. Helen is a small woman with quick hands and sharp eyes. She looks at Margaret's documents and nods. I can do this. Give me 3 weeks. 3 weeks. My wedding is in 5 weeks. It's tight, but possible. I leave Helen's shop feeling lighter than I have in days. But when I check my phone, there's a text from Vanessa. Stop stalking me. I frown. Stalking her? I haven't contacted her since I found the note. I text back, what are you talking about? 3 dots. Then, I know you're trying to sabotage my wedding. The florist called asking weird questions. The caterer said someone requested changes. Nice try, Emma. I show Derek the message. He's as confused as I am. You haven't contacted anyone about her wedding, right? I shake my head. I've been too focused on fixing mine. So who's messing with Vanessa's plans? Is it Margaret? Or someone else? That night, I get another message from the mysterious account. Don't worry about Vanessa. Focus on yourself. Everything is falling into place. I type back, are you sabotaging her wedding? The response comes quickly, I'm not sabotaging anything. I'm simply letting natural consequences unfold. I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse. Over the next 2 weeks, I throw myself into wedding preparations. I meet with Helen 3 times for fittings. The dress is coming together beautifully, every detail perfect, just like Grandma's. But I keep it secret. Only Derek, Margaret, and Helen know. Meanwhile, Vanessa's Instagram stories become increasingly frantic. A post about the florist mixing up her order. Another about the venue double booking her date. Small things, but enough to stress her out. Part of me feels guilty. But another part remembers the crumpled note, the callous way she threw away something irreplaceable. One evening, Margaret calls me. How are you holding up, dear? I'm okay. The dress is almost done. It's beautiful. Good. And Vanessa? I hesitate. She's having some problems with her wedding plans. Margaret is quiet for a moment. Emma, I need to tell you something. I've been making some calls. Nothing illegal, nothing cruel. Just ensuring that the vendors are double-checking everything. That corners aren't being cut. Sometimes people get so focused on perfection that they forget the details. So it is her. Margaret, you don't have to do this, I say, though my voice lacks conviction. She laughs softly. I'm not doing it for revenge, dear. I'm doing it because your sister needs to learn that actions have consequences. Besides, all I'm doing is asking questions. If her vendors are having issues, that's on them, not me. After we hang up, I feel conflicted. Is this right? Am I becoming as bad as Vanessa by allowing this? Derek finds me staring out the window. What's wrong? I tell him everything. He's quiet for a long time. Then he says, you're not doing anything. Margaret is making her own choices. And honestly, Vanessa hurt you badly. If she's stressed about her wedding, that's not on you. Maybe he's right. That night, I sleep better than I have in weeks. The next morning, I receive a package. No return address, just like the envelope. Inside is a key attached to a small tag. The tag has an address and a storage unit number. My hands shake as I read it. What is this? Derek and I drive to the storage facility. It's on the edge of town, rows of orange metal units stretching in every direction. We find the unit number on the tag. My heart pounds as I slide the key into the lock. It turns smoothly. I lift the rolling door, and it rattles upward. Inside, hanging on a portable rack, is my grandmother's dress. The real one. I freeze, unable to process what I'm seeing. Derek steps forward, equally stunned. How? I rush forward, my hands touching the familiar lace, the delicate beading. It's here. It's really here. But how? I notice something else, a small security camera mounted in the corner of the unit, its red light blinking. Someone recorded this. Someone wanted me to find it. I check my phone. No new messages. No explanations. Just the dress, hanging there like a ghost from the past. We carefully load it into the car. My mind races with questions. Who put it here? Was it Margaret? The mysterious messenger? Or someone else entirely? When we get home, I call Margaret. Did you put my grandmother's dress in a storage unit? She sounds genuinely surprised. No, dear. I had no idea it still existed. If Margaret didn't do it, who did? I examine the dress carefully. It's in perfect condition, exactly as I remember. No damage, no alterations. Whoever took it from the charity shop preserved it perfectly. I check the storage unit rental agreement online using the unit number. It's paid for 6 months in advance, renter name listed as anonymous benefactor. This is getting stranger by the minute. That evening, my phone buzzes with a text from Vanessa. I hope you're ready to be shocked tomorrow. I frown. Shocked by what? Tomorrow is her final dress fitting, the last big preparation before her wedding next week. I don't respond. Instead, I hang both dresses in my closet, the original and Helen's recreation. Looking at them side by side, I can barely tell the difference. Helen did an incredible job. I decide to wear the original. It survived somehow, found its way back to me. That feels like a sign. Derek agrees. Your grandmother would want you to wear it. The next morning, I wake to frantic texts from my cousin Lisa. OMG, Emma, did you see Vanessa's dress? I open Instagram. Vanessa posted a photo from her final fitting. But something's wrong. The dress doesn't fit right. The waist is too tight, the shoulders too loose. In the photo, she's trying to smile, but I can see the stress in her eyes. The comments are brutal. Girl, get that altered ASAP. Did they get your measurements wrong? That's not very flattering. I feel a weird mix of emotions. Satisfaction? Guilt? I'm not sure. My phone rings. It's Mom. Emma, please tell me you had nothing to do with Vanessa's dress. What? Mom, I haven't spoken to Vanessa in weeks. She thinks you sabotaged her fitting. She's convinced you paid someone to mess with her measurements. I laugh, but it's not funny. I've been busy planning my own wedding, Mom. I haven't had time to sabotage anyone. There's a long pause. I know you're hurt about the dress, honey. But this family is falling apart. I didn't start this, I say quietly. Vanessa did when she threw away Grandma's dress. Mom sighs. Can't you two just make peace? But I'm done making peace with someone who never apologizes. The week before Vanessa's wedding is chaos. I hear through family gossip that her photographer canceled last minute, her makeup artist got sick, and the venue lost her seating chart. Part of me wonders if Margaret is behind some of it. But another part thinks maybe it's just karma. Bad things happen when you treat people badly. Meanwhile, my wedding is in 3 days. Everything is falling into place perfectly. My dress is ready. The venue is confirmed. Our families are arriving. The night before Vanessa's wedding, I get a call from Dad. "Emma, I need you to be the bigger person tomorrow." My stomach knots. "What do you mean?" "Your sister's struggling. Her wedding is falling apart. I need you to be there for her." I close my eyes. "Dad, she threw away Grandma's dress. She left me a note saying her wedding was more important than mine. Why should I help her?" "Because you're sisters. Because family forgives." "But I'm tired of being the one who always forgives." "I'll think about it," I say, though I already know my answer. No. Vanessa's wedding day arrives. I don't plan to go, but Margaret calls me. "Emma, you need to be there." "Why?" "So I can watch her pretend everything's perfect?" "No. Because you need to see what happens when pride comes before grace. Trust me." Something in her tone makes me agree. I put on a simple navy dress and drive to the church. I slip in the back, planning to stay unnoticed. The church is decorated beautifully, white flowers everywhere, candles glowing softly. Guests fill the pews, waiting. But there's tension in the air. Whispers. Glances toward the bridal suite. I hear someone say, "Is everything okay?" Another person responds, "I heard there were problems with her dress." My heart beats faster. What's happening? Then the side door opens, and Vanessa appears in the hallway, visible to those of us in the back. Her face is red, makeup smudged. The dress, the one from her fitting, still doesn't fit right. She's trying to hold it together, literally and figuratively. Several bridesmaids cluster around her, trying to fix things. But it's not working. I watch from my seat as the wedding coordinator rushes over to Vanessa. They're talking in urgent whispers. Vanessa looks like she's about to cry. Part of me wants to feel satisfied. She's getting what she deserves, right? But another part, the part that remembers us as kids, playing dress up in Mom's closet, feels sad. This isn't how weddings should be. The music starts, the processional. Bridesmaids begin walking down the aisle, their smiles looking forced. Then it's Vanessa's turn. She steps out, and I can see her trying to compose herself. But halfway down the aisle, something happens. The back of her dress, which was already loose, catches on a pew corner. There's a terrible ripping sound. Gasps echo through the church. Vanessa freezes, her face going pale. A bridesmaid rushes forward with a shawl, trying to cover the damage. But it's too late. Everyone saw. Everyone knows. The officiant, trying to salvage the moment, quickly begins the ceremony. But the damage is done. Vanessa's perfect day is ruined. I slip out before anyone notices me. That night, my phone explodes with messages from family members. "Did you see what happened? Poor Vanessa. The dress completely fell apart." I don't respond to any of them. Instead, I get a call from an unknown number. I almost don't answer, but something makes me. "Hello? Emma, it's Margaret." Her voice sounds different. Serious. "I need to tell you something. I've been helping orchestrate Vanessa's troubles. The vendor calls, the complications. But I didn't touch her dress. That was pure coincidence." I sit down, processing this. "Why are you telling me now?" "Because I don't want you carrying guilt that isn't yours. What happened to Vanessa today was her own doing. She chose a cheap rush order dress, ignored quality control, and trusted vendors she didn't properly vet. She made her own bed." I'm quiet for a moment. "Do you think I should feel bad for her?" Margaret sighs. "That's up to you, dear. But remember, she didn't feel bad when she threw away your grandmother's dress. She's right. Vanessa never apologized. Never even acknowledged what she did was wrong. The next morning, 2 days before my wedding, Vanessa shows up at my door. I almost don't open it, but Derek convinces me to at least hear her out. She stands on my porch, looking smaller than I've ever seen her. No makeup, hair in a messy ponytail, eyes red from crying. "Can I come in?" she asks quietly. I step aside. We sit in the living room, an awkward silence between us. Finally, she speaks. "My wedding was a disaster." I don't respond. What am I supposed to say? "I know you probably think I deserved it," she continues, her voice cracking. "And maybe I did. I was horrible to you, Emma. I threw away Grandma's dress because I was jealous. Because your wedding seemed so perfect and easy, and mine felt like a constant struggle." I stare at her. "So you decided to hurt me?" She nods, tears streaming down her face. "I'm so sorry. I don't expect you to forgive me. But I needed to say it. You didn't deserve what I did." For the first time in weeks, I feel something shift inside me. Not quite forgiveness, but maybe understanding. "Why were you jealous?" I ask. Vanessa wipes her eyes. "Because everything comes naturally to you. You're kind, people love you, Mom and Dad never had to worry about you. I always felt like I had to work twice as hard just to get noticed." I never knew she felt that way. "Vanessa, that's not true. You're talented and smart and selfish," she interrupts. "I know what I am, Emma. Yesterday proved it. I spent so much time and money trying to have the perfect wedding, and it all fell apart because I cut corners and treated people badly. Meanwhile, you're about to have a beautiful day because you're genuinely good." We sit in silence for a moment. Then she asks, "Do you still have Grandma's dress?" My heart skips. Do I tell her? I decide on honesty. Yes. It found its way back to me. Her eyes widen. Really? How? I don't know. Someone helped me. But I'm wearing it in 2 days. Vanessa nods slowly. Good. That's how it should be. You deserve it. She stands to leave. I'm sorry, Emma. For everything. After Vanessa leaves, I feel lighter. Her apology doesn't erase what she did, but it's a start. Maybe we can rebuild our relationship someday. Maybe not. Either way, I've made my peace with it. My wedding day arrives sunny and perfect. I stand in the bridal suite, Helen helping me into Grandma's dress. It fits like it was made for me, because, in a way, it was. I look at myself in the mirror and see Grandma Rose looking back. The same lace, the same beading, the same love sewn into every stitch. Margaret arrives, tears in her eyes. Oh, Emma. You look just like her. Thank you, I whisper. For everything. She squeezes my hand. Your grandmother would be so proud. Not just of how you look, but of who you are. You chose grace over revenge. That's true strength. The music starts. My bridesmaids line up. Dad appears at my side, his eyes glistening. Ready, sweetheart? I take his arm. Ready. We walk toward the doors, and they swing open. The church is full of people who love us. Flowers cascade from every surface. Candles glow warmly. I walk down the aisle, and everything else fades away. I see Derek at the altar, his face lighting up when he sees me. I see Mom crying happy tears. I see cousins and friends smiling. And in the back row, I see Vanessa. She's sitting alone, dressed simply, watching with what looks like genuine happiness. Our eyes meet for just a moment. She smiles, small and sad, and mouths, "You're beautiful." I smile back. Not because I've forgiven everything, but because I've chosen to let go of the anger. The ceremony is perfect. The vows are heartfelt. When Derek lifts my veil and kisses me, I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. At the reception, people keep complimenting the dress. It's stunning. Where did you find it? It looks like a family heirloom. It is, I say proudly. It was my grandmother's. Margaret finds me during dinner. So, how does it feel? Like justice, I say. Not revenge. Justice. She nods approvingly. Your grandmother taught you well, even though she's gone. As the night goes on, I realize something important. I won. Not because Vanessa's wedding failed, but because mine succeeded despite everything. Near the end of the reception, Vanessa approaches me. She looks nervous. Emma, can we talk? Just for a minute? We step outside onto the venue's terrace. The night air is cool and refreshing. I just wanted to say again how sorry I am, she begins. And how beautiful you look. Grandma would have loved seeing you in her dress. Thank you, I say sincerely. She takes a deep breath. I'm going to therapy. To work on everything. The jealousy, the competition, all of it. I want to be better. I want to be the sister you deserve. I feel tears prick my eyes. I'd like that. I don't expect you to forgive me right away, she continues. But maybe, someday, we can start over? I think about it. About the years of competition and hurt. About the thrown-away dress and the cruel note. But I also think about grace, about second chances, about the example Grandma Rose set her whole life. Someday, I agree. But it starts with you changing. And me setting boundaries. She nods. Fair enough. We hug, briefly but genuinely. It's not perfect. We're not magically fixed. But it's a start. Later, as I'm dancing with Derek, I spot Margaret leaving. I excuse myself and catch up with her at the door. You're not staying for cake? She smiles. I've seen what I came to see. You, happy and strong, wearing your grandmother's dress with pride. That's all I needed. I never properly thanked you, I say. For everything. She touches my cheek gently. You thanked me by being exactly who you are. Your grandmother used to say that the best revenge is living well and letting the world see your strength. You did that, Emma. You took the high road, even when it was hard. That's the real victory. I hug her tightly. I hope I see you again. You will. I'm not going anywhere. She walks into the night, and I return to my wedding. To Derek, to our friends and family, to our future. As I look around the room, I realize something important. Vanessa tried to take something from me, Grandma's dress, my dignity, my joy. But she couldn't. Because real strength isn't about getting revenge. It's about choosing grace, about standing tall when others try to knock you down, about letting your character speak louder than your anger. Sometimes, the best revenge is no revenge at all. It's simply living well and letting karma do the rest.